Hello everyone, welcome to Microsoft Azure. Azure has announced the general availability of Azure CDN from Akamai. In this quick demo, I will show you how to enable Akamai CDN from Azure and have a running CDN within a minute. Let's log on to the Azure portal and select Azure CDN. You start with creating a CDN profile which groups your CDN endpoints. Provide a profile name. Choose a location to store your CDN profile record. Choose from an existing resource group or create a new one, and select a pricing tier. As you can see, there are two providers with different feature sets and pricing tiers, and I'm going to choose Standard Akamai. You can update your subscription and click Create to create a CDN profile. If in the past you already have CDN profiles created, you can simply use Browse to search for CDN profiles, which will provide you a full list of your profiles. Once this is complete, then I can start enabling CDN to my hostname. In my scenario, I have a custom domain called images.dustydogpetcare.us. I use DustyDog Web App, which is the Azure Web App, as my origin. And I have images hosted in the origin. My plan is to use DustyDogs as my CDN endpoint name. Now let me go back to the profile that I just created to add a CDN endpoint. A CDN endpoint includes a hostname provided by Azure, and you can see that AzureAsh.net is the domain name provided, and I can customize the first part of the domain name. Azure CDN also have deep integration with other services, and in the drop-down, I can see the available origin type and the available origin hostname for me to choose. And that's what it takes to enable a CDN endpoint. Very simple and easy. Of course, you can also add Azure CDN to other external origin, which is one of the available lists in the drop-down. While the CDN is provisioning, let's take a look at my DustyDog picture from the origin. As you can see that this is the image that loaded directly from the origin. So now I already have my CDN endpoint ready. I can simply copy and paste the domain name, replace that with the origin hostname, and I have my image loaded directly from the Azure CDN. As simple as that. Now, if you are a customer like me who has a custom domain, you can also add a mapping from your custom domain to a CDN endpoint. You're also welcome to use the Azure CDN endpoint for your customers to access. To add a custom domain, you need to go to your DNS provider to add a CNAME mapping. In my case, I already have that mapping. I can simply input my custom domain, which CDN will check if it's the correct mapping, and click Add. And once this is added, if I go back to the image and replace the custom domain with the CDN endpoint, I will see also the image loaded directly from the custom domain, and I can also share my friendly username to my end users. Let me just copy and paste the custom domain. Wait for 1 second for it's done. And go back to my image. Replace it. And it's loading directly from my custom domain. Now, as you can see, it's very easy to set up the basic CDN configuration and enable Akamai CDN with a few steps with Azure CDN. Thank you very much for watching.